Hello, I'm Mr. Ethan, and I'm so happy you could join us today for another great Mooresville Public Library family program. This one is another tie-in to our Tales and Tales summer reading program. This week, we're going to talk about birding, also known as bird watching. Bird watching is a really fun and educational hobby that you can take part in really anywhere, and one of the best things about it is you don't need a lot of materials to get started. You just gotta have an idea of what you're looking for. This week's packet for library program, it has a Common Birds of Indiana informational packet, and on this packet you'll find pictures of some common birds along with a description. You'll also be given a set of stickers, and whenever you see one of these birds, you can put a sticker next to the picture, and that way you'll have a log that you've seen it. That's a common thing bird watchers like to do, is keep track of all the different kind of birds they've seen. Some of the birds that are really common in Indiana are things like the cardinal, which is the state bird of Indiana, sparrows, crows, vultures, turkey vultures specifically, red-tailed hawks, mourning doves, pigeons, blue jays. As you can see, there's a lot of different kinds of birds. Some birds are smaller, like the cardinal and blue jay, and some birds are bigger, like the turkey vulture or the red-tailed hawk. Some are predatory birds, like the red-tailed hawk, that hunt and capture other animals for prey to eat. Similar to the owls we talked about back at the very beginning of our summer reading program when we did the owl pellet dissection. Other kind of birds are scavengers, so like the turkey vulture is a scavenger, which means it doesn't really hunt for itself, but it looks for other animals that have either died or been killed by another creature, and they will eat them. That sounds a little gross, but it's a very important thing because it cleans up the world, and a lot of dangerous germs can grow and live inside of the corpses, and the vulture's stomach acid can kill all those bacteria and viruses and things that would make you or me sick if we encountered it. You'll probably see these a lot actually driving with your parents, because they're often flying and circling around the highway because, for better or worse, there's a lot of roadkill on the road for the vultures. Other birds like the cardinal and the blue jay and those types like to eat seeds and worms and other kinds of things like that, and they'll come to your bird feeders in your backyard if you set up a bird feeder that has different seeds and type of food for them in it. And a lot of these are songbirds, which means they sing, so as you can see from what I'm talking about, there's a lot of different kind of birds. A good place to go look for birds is in your own backyard. You'll be able to see smaller songbirds and the like. You can also go to the park. It's a really great reason to go to the park while you're walking around. If you check out some of the streams or ponds or anything around or at the park, you'll have a chance to see ducks and geese, specifically mallards. Those are the most common type of duck you'll encounter. Male mallards and female mallards look quite a bit different. Female mallards are kind of brown color for the most part, but the male mallards are very distinct ducks with very vivid green heads, and you've probably seen those on TV, if not in person. Geese are very common as well, but you have to be careful. These are specifically called Canada geese, and you have to be careful because Canada geese get pretty aggressive, so you don't want to get close to them, but you can look at them from a distance. So yes, those are just some kind of birds. You just have to spot them and stick your sticker on. Another thing is if your family has binoculars, you can use those to help you see birds. That's really special and helpful for ones that are flying or otherwise far away. A little bit of a short video today, but as we wrap up, I'd like to show off a few books that we have for checkout at the Mooresville Public Library to help you learn a bit more about birds. First we have is World's Book, Animals of the World, Cardinals and Other Songbirds. I think after you go through the sheet for the packet this week, this book will be really helpful to help you identify some other kinds of birds. I picked this one specifically because cardinals are the state bird of Indiana, but it also has things like warbles, blue jays, songbirds of various types, canaries, goldfinches, just all kinds of birds in here, and I think it would be really informative for you. We also have Hawk Mother, the story of a rail-tailed hawk who hatched chicks. I picked this one because it's got some baby birds in it. I like the little baby animals; they're pretty cute. You get to see the different things. This is with a zoologist who took care of this hawk. This hawk was in like a preserve nature thing. But it talks about the eggs and the babies and just a bit about hawks and all kinds of interesting things about them. And then we have this book called Vultures. And this just talks a bit about vultures. Like I mentioned before, you'll see turkey vultures probably while you're driving down the road, like I said. And they're pretty common around here, but this will tell you about other kinds of vultures that are probably not as common around here. Thank you so much for joining me today for this activity where we talked a little about birds and bird watching. I hope you'll swing by the library and get a packet. And if you like this video and this activity, don't forget to like and subscribe to the Mooresville Public Library YouTube channel. We have more family programs coming up every Monday at 1 p.m., and that'll help you see them. Once again, we have a lot of great books about birds and other topics at the library. Also, stay tuned. We have a couple more weeks of our Tales and Tales summer reading program. If you haven't been, download our Beanstack app through the iOS or Google Play Store. That way you can log your minutes and start earning prizes, and it also has a lot of other great activities you can earn badges for that you can show to all your friends. Thank you once again. I hope you have a lovely week.